Hi, good morning all. Welcome to the Early Bird, as I'm just waking up late myself. So let's take a look at this, guys. One less game to report. My workload starts to get easier after the first round winds down here, and it'll give me more time and less editing, which is a good thing eventually. Okay, so let's take a look, guys, at game number one out east. Here we go. Islanders hold off Hurricanes in Game 5. Stay alive in East first round. 3-2 Islanders final. The numbers? The Hurricanes outshoot them by a pretty wide margin, 36-22. Face-offs 53% to 47. Islanders 0 for 3 in the power play. The Hurricanes 0 for 4. The Islanders had 33 hits in the game. The Hurricanes had 27. 22 blocks for the Islanders, 4 for the Hurricanes. 5 giveaways by the Islanders, 10 by the Hurricanes. Shots on goal. First period, 11-5 Carolina. Second period, 13-12 Carolina. And third period, 12-5 Carolina. That's 36-22 for the game. Outshot them every period. Scoring? Engvall from Nelson opens it up at 10:27 in the first, 1-0 Islanders after one. And for a team like the Islanders, when they get that first goal, that's a key stat, actually, I believe, for a team like this. Then Brock Nelson makes it 2-0 from Engvall and Palmieri at 3:16. And then Stastny from Chatfield and Pujärvi gets them on the board. The Hurricanes score, and it's 2-1, 13 minutes and 10 seconds into the second. Barzal with the icer at 18:05 of the second from Horvat. 3-1 Islanders after two. And the Islanders' record, I'm sure, after two periods when leading is insane. Sebastian Aho, though, pulls them within a goal at 10:28 from Jarvis and Kokiemi at, halfway through the third, and that was how it ended. This game is a typical New York Islanders win, I will say. They scored early. They kept it low scoring. They kept the game at their pace best they could, and they came out with the win in the end. And for a team like this, a veteran team like this going home, we might see a Game 7, folks. We might. We'll have to see. All right, let's move on now to out west. Stars shut out Wild in Game 5, take lead in Western first round. Dallas 4, Minnesota nothing. Numbers. The Wild outshoot the Stars 27-25. The face-offs, the Stars had a wide margin at 57% over Minnesota's 43. The Wild 0 for 3 in the power play. The Stars 2 for 6. The Wild out hit the Stars 34-17. The blocks were 14 for the Wild, 16 for the Wild. 9 giveaways for the Wild, 14 for the Stars. Shots on goal. First period, 11-5 Stars. Second period, 13-7 Mini. And Minnesota outshoot them also in by, narrow margin in the third, 9-7 for that 27-25 total for the game. Scoring. Seguin opens it up early, like we're seeing in so many games this year, from Robertson and Hintz at the 2:22 mark. And there we go again, folks, on the power play. Robertson on the power play himself scores from Heiskanen and Hintz at 11:04, 2-0 Dallas after one. Second period, Marchma from Seguin and Hintz at the 1:19 mark makes it 3-0. And Dellandrea from Domi and Suter at 16:03 salts the game away, as we know, 4-0 Dallas. When Ottinger is getting a shutout, folks, it's not good news for the opposition that is coming his way. You know, Ottinger is what I would call a quiet pick so far for the Conn Smythe, if they go all the way. Because this is a sleeper team, I believe. This Dallas team is a sleeper team. All right, let's go to the big one. Oilers East pass Kings in Game 5, take lead in Western first round. Oilers blow it open and win 6-3. The numbers? The numbers look even, but if you've seen the game, like I'm sure many of you did, you know that Edmonton were just in command of this game. The Kings outshoot them 27-28. Oilers with a good margin of face-offs, 56% to 44. Kings 0 for 1 in the power play. The Oilers 2 for 3. 43 hits for the Kings, 48 for the Oilers. The Kings had 8 blocks. The Oilers had 16. 10 giveaways for the Kings, 11 for the Oilers. Shots on goal. First period, 13-12 Edmonton. Second period, 8-7 Edmonton. Third period, 9-6 LA for that 28-27 edge. Now, the scoring. Kane opens it up at 8:08 on the power play. There we go again, folks. That power play, that early power play goal seems to haunt everybody. From Nurse and Ekholm, 1-0 Edmonton. Draisaitl makes it 2-0 from McDavid and Ekholm at 10:40. Then Iafallo from Kempe and Kopitar pulled them within 1 at 13:12. Still a 2-1 lead for the Oilers, but you're a little nervous if you're an Edmonton fan right about there. Then Kulak scores, makes it 3-1 from McLeod and Fogley at the 14:12 mark. 3-1. Then you got Kempe, who's been an Oilers killer in this series. From Grundstrom and Doughty makes it 3-2 after the first. High scoring first. And Skinner's in net. So if you're an Oilers fan, you're a little nervous. Second period. Bukestad from CC and Nurse at the 11:49 mark makes it 4-2 Edmonton. And then things start to unfold. You start to kind of say, okay, Edmonton's got this one. Edmonton makes it 5-2 from Hyman. From Hyman's goal at the 15:47 mark from Bouchard and McDavid. Third period, Bukestad scores again from Nugent Hopkins, makes it 6-2. And Byfield, a really pretty play actually in front of the net from Velarde, and Fiala rounds up the scoring 6-3. So that was the story in the NHL last night. The Oilers, for me, was the big one. I know, like, Islanders fans might disagree, and they stayed alive. I get that, but this Edmonton team is one of the favorite teams to win the Stanley Cup this year. And if they went down in this game, after the way they just won in LA, if they would have went down in this game, that would have been huge. But Edmonton had nothing to do with it. There was no way they were going to lose this game. It looked like they just went out there, took care of business, and now we're going to go back to LA and see what happens there. I suspect that could go 7 still. That LA team's not going to go away easy, so we'll see there. All right, guys, I got to go about my day. I am going to try and put up some different videos today, some Sabre stuff finally. I have some time, so I'll see you guys tonight. Take care till then.